What if I told you there's a switch inside your own body that you can flip to turn off stress? Well, today we're diving into how an ancient, almost mystical sound connects with some really cutting-edge neuroscience. It's revealing a pretty remarkable secret about how we are all, quite literally, hardwired for calm.
I know it sounds almost too good to be true, right? Can one single sound, a vibration that you make yourself, actually reset your entire nervous system? Can it pull your body out of that fight or flight mode and into a state of deep relaxation? Well, that's the big question we're going to answer.
You know, for thousands of years, this sound has had this incredibly profound meaning. It was never just some random noise. It was seen as the primordial vibration, kind of like the background hum of the universe that started everything. A sound that could connect a person to the cosmos.
So, for centuries, people who practice chanting have known that it brings this incredible sense of peace. But what was once just understood through feeling and experience is now being explained by hard science.
And let me be clear, this isn't some placebo effect. This isn't just about believing it works. There is a real, measurable, physiological thing that happens inside your brain and body when you make this sound. We're talking about a direct biological hack that's been hiding in plain sight all this time.
So, to really get how this works, we need to introduce the main character in our story. Think of it as a superhighway of nerves that controls your body's ability to just chill out.
Everybody, meet the vagus nerve. Seriously, think of this thing as your body's built-in emergency brake for stress. It's this massive nerve that wanders all the way from your brainstem down through your chest, connecting to pretty much every major organ you have. When you activate this nerve, you are sending a system-wide message that says, it's safe, you can relax now.
And its job description is, well, it's pretty impressive. When this nerve is active, scientists call this having good vagal tone. Your heart rate slows down, your digestion improves, inflammation goes down, and your emotions get easier to manage. In short, turning on this nerve is the master key to shifting your body into recovery mode.
So you're probably asking, okay, great, how do I get on this relaxation highway? Well, it turns out the on-ramp is hidden in a very, very surprising place.
Yep, you heard that right. The secret access point isn't buried deep inside your body. It is right on the surface, in a part of your ear that is super sensitive to a very specific kind of stimulation.
It's called the auricular branch of the vagus nerve, or ABVN for short. Now, this tiny little nerve branch is the only part of this entire massive system that actually comes to the surface of your body. And what is it super sensitive to? Physical vibration. This, right here, is our gateway.
So here's how it all connects nice and simple. Step 1, you chant Om, which creates actual physical sound waves, vibrations. Step 2, those vibrations travel to your ear and they stimulate that special little nerve branch, the AVVN. And step 3, that nerve sends a signal straight to your brainstem, which basically flips a switch, activating that whole relaxation highway we talked about.
Okay, this is a really cool biological story, but is there any actual data to back it up? Let's take a look at the evidence.
So how long does this take to kick in? The answer is kind of stunning. A study in 2022 found a major shift in the body's stress response after just 5 minutes of chanting. 5! This isn't something that takes hours of practice. The effect is almost immediate.
So how'd they measure this? They looked at something called heart rate variability, or HRV. They found that chanting boosted the signals for the rest and digest system. In plain English, that means your heart just gets better at adapting. It becomes more flexible and way more resilient to stress.
With the calming effect, it doesn't just stop at your heart. Oh no. The signals travel all the way up to the command center. And it actually changes how your brain is processing emotions.
Now this is where it gets really fascinating. fMRI scans show that chanting Om literally deactivates key parts of your brain's emotional hub. We're talking about powering down the amygdala, your little fear and anxiety alarm bell, along with a bunch of other regions that fire up when you're stressed. You are literally quieting the parts of your brain that can keep you stuck in a stress loop.
So, we've covered the why, now let's get to the how. We're going to walk through a simple, practical guide so you can try this for yourself.
Okay, here we go. First, just find a comfortable spot to sit, nice straight spine. Second, slow your breathing way down. Try for about 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. Third, on your exhale, break the chant into 3 parts. Start with ah and feel that vibration deep in your chest. Then move to ooh and feel it in your throat. And finally, this is the most important part. Close your lips for the humming sound. Really focus on the physical vibration that sound makes in your head and around your ears. That is the feeling of the nerve being stimulated. Just keep that going for 5 or 10 minutes.
And that's the absolute beauty of this. It's an incredibly powerful tool for managing your own state, and it's totally free. It's accessible to every single one of us. It's not a bug, it's a feature, and you can use it anytime you need to.
You know, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? As we learn more and more about how our bodies work, we're finding that a lot of these ancient practices weren't just based on faith. They were based on a deep, intuitive understanding of our own biology. So what other secrets are just hiding there in plain sight, waiting for science to catch up?